I talk a lot about fundraising and about how it's a sign of support, etc., but it's also a sign of just how your operation is going. Donald Trump does not have nearly the funds that the Harris campaign does. The Harris campaign has a great ground game, volunteers in all the swing states, field offices, and everything necessary to set up and put yard signs and do all of this. Well, Donald Trump has, because he's limited on cash, has outsourced his ground game to Elon Musk and their super PAC. And this group is targeting rural voters who would likely vote for Donald Trump, that maybe haven't been talked to yet, etc. And they're sending people out to do these. But we're hearing now that the app isn't working right. There's an app they're supposed to use to follow their path and note where they've gone, etc. And because they're paid canvassers, well, now Elon Musk's PAC is sending auditors behind these people, additional people, paying them money to go back and uh, follow up, make sure they've gotten done. And even when both of those things fail to upload correctly, they have to send these canvassers back over the same area again, hoping the app catches it the second time. Well, what does this mean? That means their PAC is wasting a lot of money on this ground game, doing things two and three times over, and they already don't have a lot of money. They're using, like I said, this PAC money from Elon Musk. But by comparison, you've got the Harris campaign. We're not hearing about those issues. They've got ground field offices and a ground game going, and all built up through the campaign. It's not outsourced to a third party. It's not being run on shady apps and things that aren't working. Fundraising is a sign of support, but it also helps the campaign get things done. I have no doubt in my mind that Kamala Harris is going to win this, especially in swing states. And then when you hear about how bad the ground game is from Donald Trump and the Trump campaign, in the areas where they are having a ground game in the swing states, it's not going very well because of how they're doing it. There's just no way you can tell me that Kamala Harris is going to lose this election. She's going to win. She's going to win by a big margin, probably more votes than what Joe Biden won by in 2020, and maybe even a bigger electoral college margin than what Joe Biden won by in 2020. I mean, just hearing about the ground game alone points me in the direction of Kamala Harris winning, because they don't know what they're doing, even doing a ground game and trying just to get people to hear them out and get votes. And that, to me, would show a severe lack of confidence if they came to my door and then came back two and three times because it didn't work right and they're having to re-talk to me again afterward. I would be very skeptical about voting for the person that has that as their representation at the door trying to get my vote.